Alright, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone here is having a fantastic day. A little bit slower in the market this past week, so I thought I'd put out a different type of video. I said to myself, I want to start putting out some more content for the YouTube people, and been waiting to put out a recap, and I'm like, there's nothing really to recap. It's dead slow, so I was like, no, what? Let me just switch it up a little bit. Let me make a different type of video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the path to trading profitability, and this does not mean you're guaranteed to make money, trading, right? I'm just giving you guys, the path to become profitable, or I should say consistently profitable. This is some of the stuff I wish I knew earlier on, so I'm giving you guys, 4 years worth of experience here. What I think, is going to take you from A to Z. All right. So the first step is really that initial commitment, right? That initial commitment to really, say to yourself, this is what I want to do. I want to try to make day trading a career for myself. And it sounds pretty simple, but it's very critical that you really know what you're getting yourself into, right? I mean, this is no joke. Trading is definitely one of the hardest professions to make it, but obviously very rewarding. Your own boss. You can really do whatever you want. When you're done trading, I mean, the rewards are awesome, right? But getting there is very challenging, very difficult. It's not easy. I'm not saying trading is easy. If anyone tells you trading is easy, they're a lunatic. They don't know what they're saying. Trading is extremely hard, extremely grueling. So just know that, right? So that initial commitment is something you gotta tell yourself. Do I wanna take on this challenge? Do I wanna potentially take on the most challenging profession maybe there is, right? I've worked with traders who are lawyers or doctors, and they say trading is way more challenging than that, right? Than making it as a doctor or a lawyer, right? So, very challenging, guys. It's not easy. So you gotta tell yourself, am I committed to doing this full time? Do I want to embark on this challenge? Am I willing to dedicate my life to doing this, right? If you guys think you want to half-ass this, or you want to just kind of do it on the side, make some side money, and I'm speaking about day trading, guys. I'm speaking about day trading, not swing trading. I'm speaking solely on the day trading side, trading every day, penny stocks. This is what I'm speaking to. I'm sure it's similar in terms of like big caps, and swinging is a little bit different, but in this video I'm talking more about intraday trading, day trading. Not talking about investing, not talking about swing trading. So I don't mean to scare any of you guys. But yeah, as far as day trading, doing what I do every single day and doing what the people in my room do every day, this is definitely referring to you guys. So that's step number one, is you got to be committed, and you got to be dedicated and know what you're getting yourself into. Alright, so the second step here is willing to invest in yourself and willing to lose money early on. This may scare some people, right? Oh my god, am I going to lose money early on? You probably are. You're probably going to lose some money early on, and I highly recommend to invest in yourself, guys. It's like going to college, right? If you want to potentially get a better job and get a higher ranked job somewhere, you're going to have to do 4 years, maybe even longer, of college, right? So you got to pay for that, guys. You got to pay for your education, right? Going to school, you got to pay for it, right? Same thing in day trading, right? People, they can't even, they don't even want to, look to pay $50 a month for a service, or $25 a month for a service, right? I think that's a big mistake, guys. Yes, there's some things you could get that are free, save some money. I'm not saying to drop, $300-400 a month on bunch of different services. You definitely can, right? If you have the capital, I definitely recommend doing so. But if you're a little tight on money, I understand. But I definitely think there's definitely some services, or some some educational rooms that you may want to look to. I kind of get into the next step, right? So you gotta be willing to invest in yourself, invest in your education, and kind of the willingness to maybe go in the hole a little bit, right? It's like starting a business, right? There's gonna be some business expenses, right? Treat this as a business, right? Treat day trading as a business, right? So you want to grow your business, right? You may be in the hole a little bit, right? But in the end, if you follow the correct steps, you're taking the right path, you'll end up making a lot more, right? So that's step number 2: willing to invest in yourself and willing to eventually lose money early on. And I'm gonna show you guys a couple services that I do recommend. I'm not gonna get into super in depth, but Trade Ideas, this is good, probably the best service for scanners. Trading Boost, a little bit of a newer service, but great service. They have like the journaling feature and just tracking your trades. I'll get into these more too in later steps. Scripts to trade. If you guys use TD Ameritrade as a broker, I definitely recommend to look into scripts to trade. And this could definitely save you some money too, scripts to trade, because they do have scanners too. So maybe you can't pay the Trade Ideas, and you're using Ameritrade. You can actually open a free Ameritrade account, and you could pay I think like $80 for their gap scanner, their intraday scanner, and they have some really good some other good indicator tools as well. So this is kind of a cheaper alternative, and Trade Ideas. You guys definitely need scanners. I mean, if you're day trading penny stocks, you need scanners. Without scanners, you'll be lost. So this is almost a must if you're trading. You either need to have a TD Ameritrade account, Thinkorswim with a gap scanner, intraday scanner, or you're gonna have to pay for the Trade Ideas. That's a must. I mean, I don't know how you could trade really without scanners, penny stocks. Spike Heat, this is a tracking service, a data tracking service. Get into this too in a later step. Trader Insight, this is also a must. This is a free service, actually. Trader Insight, someone found this cheaper alternative to TraderView. I use TraderView. I pay $50 a month for this to track my trade. That's a must. You guys need to track your trades. You gotta see how you're performing. And this is a free alternative, Trader Insight. So I highly recommend either this or TraderView. And then this is the last service. This is just fundamental service. We all have our strengths and weaknesses as a trader. Mine is I'm not the best at reading SEC filings, diving into company fundamentals, looking for dilution. I'm not the best at that. This makes life easier for me. Flash SEC. Definitely a good service there. Newer service too. All right, so again, I was just showing you guys, some of the things that I invest into. I mean, those sites, I'm invested into them. I pay for them, and they've all helped me tremendously, right? And there's I forgot to go over some of the free ones: FinViz, Yahoo Finance, BAM SEC, also to some free services too that are definitely useful. All right, so the next step, guys, is just knowledge, right? So you have that commitment early on, right? You're committed, you're dedicated. You've told yourself, I want to embark on this challenge. Secondly, you're willing to invest into yourself, and you're willing to lose some money early on, in order to achieve profitability. Third, now it's building that knowledge, right? This is probably the longest step. Maybe down here, maybe the longest step, but just building that initial knowledge. And this step may take months, may take a whole year. Just soaking in knowledge, right? Learning everything about day trading, right? You gotta find a mentor too. I mean, you can't just expect to get into this and immediately be a beast, right? I mean, it's like anything, right? It's in sports, right? Let's just say you're a basketball fan, right? And maybe you're a point guard. You want to learn how to shoot, right? You're gonna study Steph Curry, right? How he's coming off screens. How he's handling the ball. How his technique is shooting. Learn how he trains. And stuff like that, right? Or maybe you like golf. You study how he's swinging a golf club. How he putts, or whatever it may be, right? You want to study the best, or some of the professionals of whatever you're trying to get into, right? Whether that's day trading, sports, anything, right? You want to study those who were successful above you, right? So that's what I learned early on, and I studied from some great traders. I've been in multiple rooms. Now myself, I do run a room, Velocity Trading. Um, just kind of paying back, giving it forward, right? And you do have to be careful too, because there's some bad rooms out there. There's some rooms who proclaim that they make profits, but they may be a pump room. So maybe if you guys well, maybe if you guys are thinking about joining a room, whether that be Velocity or another room, I don't know, maybe shoot me a message or email or something. Say, hey Nick, how's this room? Because there's some really bad rooms out there, guys. I don't like saying names. I'll never say names, but especially me too. I feel for those people, right? Because I was one of those who got suckered into some really bad rooms, some pump rooms, and I literally wasted months and months of my time just learning from someone who was a pumper, and I didn't even know it, right? So, again, be cautious, who you're trusting and who you're going with in this industry. But it's definitely critical. It's a must that you're finding a mentor. You're learning from a successful trader who've been in the market for a while, right, and who's had success, right? So that's the third step there. Just building knowledge, learning everything you can from successful traders. And I'm not saying you guys join Velocity Trade. That's not what I'm saying, right? You guys can go wherever you want, right? Go wherever you want. I've been in multiple rooms, right? And nothing wrong with that. Learning from a couple traders, right? Learning a little bit from this guy, a little bit from that guy, a little bit from whoever it may be, right? It's good to kind of soak it up and learn, and there's a lot of content on YouTube, guys. A lot of these services too, like myself, we put out YouTube content, right? Watch all the videos, right? Watch all my old live streams. Watch, again, I don't say names, but watch this trader's videos. Even some prop firms, guys, like 7 Points Capital. They're great. Those are pros, guys. Those are the top of the top, right? 7 Points Capital. I watch every video they put out. They're great. Chat with Traders is great too. Again, I don't like naming like services, but I don't mind naming those people. Some of the professionals, the 7 Points Capital, the Chat with Traders guys. What was that? SMB Capital is another prop trading firm. They're good too. So yeah, so that's it, guys, for that step. Just building knowledge in the market, right, in day trading, and that's going to come from finding a mentor, subscribing to educational services. That's where it's going to come from, and watching YouTube videos, right? Googling Investopedia, that good stuff. All right, so that's it for that one. Next is paper trading, guys. Paper trading is very important. After you gain some initial knowledge, I would say, get some knowledge, right? And then from there, you can slowly start dabbling in on paper trading. And this is important too for kind of figuring out what type of trader you are, right? So I don't recommend, paper trading for a long time. I definitely recommend paper trading for, I'm not saying paper trade for a month, definitely a good 3, 4, 5 months paper trade, but you don't want to fall too much in love with the simulator too long, because it's gonna backfire a little bit, when you start going to the real deal, right? So I definitely recommend paper trading for, I would say 3 to 6 months is a good time frame to paper trade. Unless you're really struggling and you think maybe you need some more time, all right, then maybe you could go for 9 months, a year. Let's say maybe you're playing around with a bunch of strategies, not really finding success, consistency. Okay, then maybe you could go. But I don't recommend paper trading for like 2-3 years, guys. That's not what I'm saying. I would say a good time is maybe like 3 to 7, 8 months. I paper traded for 6 months. Find what worked. I found out what type of trader I was, and then I went from there. Paper trading services. You could use like, I think TC2000 has a paper trading service. TD Ameritrade has a paper trading service. You guys could Google it. You don't have to be anything fancy, right? It's paper trading. So I think it's very important just for a couple things is, kind of figuring out what type of trader you are. Are you a scalper? Are you a momentum trader? Are you a technical trader? just kind of figuring out your personality, right? What type of trading personality do you have? That's the most important thing about being on the paper account. Figuring out what type of trader are you. I know what type of trader I am. I like, going long and short. I like looking for, kind of bigger picture moves on an intraday scale. I'm not really looking for like 10, 20 cents. I'm looking for bigger, more sustained moves. I like capturing the bigger moves. And I like going long and short, right? Someone may be totally different than me, right? Maybe, I don't know, Bob. He may like scalping for 25 cents, right? He may look for 2 to 1 R trades, right? Scalp for 20 cents, risk 10 cents. For me, I like to look for 3, 4 R trades. I like to risk maybe 20 cents to maybe make 80 cents or $1, right? So again, finding what type of trader you are. Next is back testing and tracking some data. I don't think people even know what this is, or maybe they never even heard of it, right? It's very important, guys, to back test and track your data, right? It's super critical, right? You want a statistical edge in the market, guys. You want to trade systematic. It's very important. If you don't follow this step, guys, I'm telling you, your trading's gonna be very random. It's gonna be very random. So you guys gotta follow the step. Very, very critical to do this early on. And I didn't get into doing this a little bit later in my trading journey, right? I didn't start doing this till maybe 2 years into my trading. So I'm telling you guys now early on. I wish I did this earlier on. I didn't, and this was like a big turning point for me when I started to do this, right? My trades went from random trading, inconsistent trading, to more systematic approach, right? Pre-planning, knowing what I'm looking for, right? I've seen this before. I've taken a setup like this just before in the past. I've tracked it. I know my edge on it. I know my statistical edge on it. And that's gonna do you wonders, guys. Make life a lot easier, make trading a lot more simple, less random. Because the last thing you guys want is random trading. Every day is different. You guys want consistency, right? This is gonna help build consistency, back testing and tracking your stuff, right? And it's a website here, guys. You could look into Spike Heat here. I've used also like Fiverr and a freelancer. I've had them, kind of track some data for me. I said, hey, can you give me the gappers for the last 6 months? So that's something I recommend looking to do. Kind of tracking the top gappers, seeing how they performed, when was the high a day, how much pre-market volume did they have, how much intraday volume did they have, how much did it fade, how much did it squeeze. Those are the things you guys want to track, right? And know, right? It's going to give you edge, right? Let's just say, for example, I'll use MYOS for example. I had edge here on MYOS, right? Sorry, I got to hear any noise. My dog. I had edge this morning on MYOS. Had a high pre-market, had a lot of volume pre-market. My edge for me would have been a break of pre-market highs. It went $3, went to $3, $3.20. Kind of blew out the early shorts, squeezed, got some long chasers, and then I would have liked to a short after a stuff move after we squeezed here, right? Didn't get it, had no edge, and I didn't touch it, right? That's just me being disciplined, knowing my edge, knowing my system well, knowing what to look for. That's how your trading should be, guys. Very pre-planned. So I knew this pre-market, right? I wasn't waiting for the open and say, oh, if it looks weak, I'm gonna short here. Oh, if it looks strong, I'm gonna go long here. You can't trade that way, guys. You can't do it, right? You gotta have some sort of system in place. You gotta know what you're looking for. You gotta pre-plan your trading. Yes, there are some traders who can trade reactively and they scalp based off price action, the tape, but that's getting pretty advanced, and I don't really recommend trading like that. I'm not saying you can't trade that way and be consistently profitable. You can. There are some really great scalpers out there who can do that, but I think it's best to really be a little bit more systematic in your trading approach. So that's it, guys. That's really backtesting and tracking data. Again, tracking the top gainers, tracking fader, tracking squeezers, tracking the float, tracking these low float plays, these bigger float plays, these dilution names. So it's a lot, guys. I could get really in depth into it. It's just that could be a whole other video, but that's really it for that. Next is risk management and your R system, right? So for this step, again, people may not even know. Nick, what is risk management? What's an R system? Again, something like this, you could look to make it like an Excel sheet for it. There is a trader out there who actually sells one. I think his name is it's Brian Lee on Twitter. I think he sells one. You could probably find some too, if you go on Google and kind of look up like an R system. But this is very important. Having an R system, to me, this was another big game changer for me in my trading. It's just, again, it goes back to that systematic approach, right? Entry, exit, stop loss, making things simple, right? So again, I'll use this as an example, and I'll show you guys what I mean by like a risk management system, right? So again, let's just say I was looking at MYOS. Let's say I was starting the curl here around 10 a.m. and let's say if it got above 250 and 250 was holding as support, I would look for a long here at 250, maybe risking 225, right? So I'm risking 25 cents. Let's say 25. Let's say my average R is let's just say it's $100, right? So that's 1 R for me. $100 is 1 R. If I get in there at 250 and I'm risking 225, I'm risking $100. That's 1 R, right? In return, I want to at least be making 3 or 4 R, right, at a minimum, right? So for me to get 3 to 4 R, that would mean 3 R would be at $3, right? 4 R would be at $3.25. So that's good risk management. That's using the R system, right? Per average on trade, I'm risking between like 0.5 R, a half R, to maybe 1.5 R max, right? So that's kind of my risk management, right? Every trade I'm risking no more than like 1.5 R max, right? Usually on average 1 R, right? So that's good proper trading, right? I actually have I think I have a video on the YouTube on it. If I do, definitely go watch it out. I 100% have one in my video library on the website. Again, this is another topic I could get really in depth on, but again, I don't want to make this too long. So that's really what I mean by the R system, right? So risking on average between half R to 1.5 R, but on returns, you're making 3 to 4 R return. Even if you guys are winning 50% of your trades, you could still be a profitable trader, right? People think that you need to be, winning 80% of the time to make money. That's bullshit. It's wrong. You guys can win 50% of your trades, but if you have the proper risk management system in place, you guys will be profitable. All right, so that's it for that step. Next is moving to real money. Moving to real money. So I think after you guys completed these steps here, you could finally move to real money, and this may take, guys, again, maybe 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, maybe even a year, right? I don't really jump into money until close to a year in, right? So it really depends on you, but again, I think it's critical that you've done these steps before you get to real money, right? So once you're into real money, guys, you develop a good system, right? You're following these steps. You found a mentor. You've learned a trading strategy, right? You've tracked that trading strategy, right? You have a good R risk management system in place. You've been profitable on paper for a few months, right? You're ready. You're ready to go. You're good to go. You've gotten that knowledge. You've tracked. You're using proper risk management. You have a good strategy. You're committed. You invested some money in some services. You're ready to go. Moving to real money, right? And this is where you're gonna convert into possibly another roadblock, guys. This is where it changes, guys. The emotions are gonna come in, guys. I'm telling you. You think paper's easy, and anyone could be a god on paper. I could be a god on paper, right? I'm sure a lot of people are paper trading gods, right? But when it comes to real money, guys, just the emotions come in, and you start to look at that P&L. You start to look at your account growing or going down, and it's just a big change. You may have been easy on paper, but I'm telling you guys, it's gonna happen. When the real deal comes, emotions are gonna come in. You gotta control them. You gotta control the emotions. You guys can't stare at that P&L. You can't stare at that account number. You gotta stick to that system you have, the R system you have, and be freaking disciplined, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Sure, it's gonna happen. You're gonna run into a roadblock. You get caught in the emotions. You have a big loss, your account's down, your account's up, now it's down, now it's up, now it's down, and you're getting frustrated, emotions are coming in, yeah, it's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. You just gotta push through it. You gotta recognize and know the most important steps, guys. Don't stare at that P&L. Stop thinking money, money, money. Stick to that R system. Stick to good, proper trading. The money will come if you stick to good, proper trading. I'm telling you guys, right? Stick to good, proper trading. Your risk management system. You're following your strategies. You're being consistent, right? You're journaling. Oh, I forgot to go over journaling. Yeah, so just journaling your days. Journaling your trading days. So, again, if you're doing all these steps, and you're really sticking to your rules, right? Definitely think it's good to place in some rules. Another thing I forgot to put in here is also being consistent in your daily life, having good daily habits, good trading habits. It's gonna in return, right? If you're consistent in your daily life's consistent. You're waking up early, eating breakfast. You're doing your game planning, your pre-market watch list, right? You're doing everything needed. After you're done trading, you're journaling, you're tracking, you're looking at your data. Maybe you're going to the gym. Maybe you're working on a side business you have, and just having that consistently daily routine, right? If you're consistent in your daily life, you're consistent in your trading, right? It goes hand in hand, guys. Make sure you're exercising too. Exercising is very big. A lot of people, and I would agree to it. A lot of people say they've seen when I started exercising, my trading started going through the roof. I definitely agree to that, right? Exercising is very important. I think it's very good to have that, every single day. So yeah, guys, that's really it for that step. Again, know it's gonna come. Know the emotional effect is gonna come in. I'm telling you guys now, before it even happens. So just know that, right? You're gonna deal with some emotions, but you gotta control the emotions. You gotta stick to your system. You gotta be very systematic, robotic in your process. And that's really it, guys. From that point, it's just really staying consistent. You've gotten, I wouldn't say all the knowledge. You've gotten a lot of knowledge. You're gonna continue learning. Even my year 4, I'm year 4 now, right? Even when I'm in year 10 or 15, I'm still gonna be learning, right? Learning never ends, right? But it's really from that point, staying consistent. Doing what you need to do, not being lazy. A lot of people get lazy, right? You may be starting to do these steps for a week or 2 weeks or a month, and then you get lazy and you stop doing it, right? It's like going to the gym, right? You expect to get big, you expect to, have a six-pack, you expect to have, huge arms, right? But you go to the gym for a month, and then you stop, right? And then you lose your gains, right? Same thing with trading, right? If you're trading and you're doing all these steps you need to be done, then you stop after a month, wouldn't be surprised if your trading, went to shit, right? So you got to be consistent with these steps, with the process. Trust the process, and from there you'll have a shot at being consistently profitable. You'll be consistently profitable trader. So I think that's it, guys. These are the steps. Obviously, there's a lot more. It's so hard to compact like a 30-minute video into everything. But this is me kind of making a quick breakdown of, path to trading profitability. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more questions for me, just, shoot us an email, DM me. I'll put my Twitter handle, Instagram, everything in the description below. So that's it for me, guys. I'm out. Peace.